So the good time to start a live stream is 8:30 at night, so I can have a beer. Hello everybody. Can you all hear me okay? Trying to type now without my glasses on. Cool, everyone can hear us. Right, so we've got a few people watching anyway. This is, I'm struggling with new software again now. I got StreamYard installed, so this is all new to me. It's almost as if I've never touched a computer before and I haven't got any clue what I'm doing. So, good to see you all in there. Evening, evening, evening. We got a few more than last time. Cool. Let's have a look who we got in here then. No, that's me. Ajax Spud, hello there. Ed Spanner. Evening all. Paul. Evening. Patrick F. Hello there. I'm sure we're going to get a few more people in a minute. Hello Imogen. You got to excuse my face, why I look white and why pink there looks nice and healthy. It's my lighting. I've been trying to play around with this lighting for the last 20 minutes and whatever I do, I still look dead. But, oh well. Okay. So I hope everyone's enjoying their weekend. Just going to give it a couple more minutes to make sure we got anyone else coming in from Facebook or something like that. Right, I think we're going to carry on anyway. Like I said, I've still got quite a small channel, so a lot of people aren't going to even know I'm going live. So I think more people are going to watch this and actually turn up live. So I said a while back I wanted to try and do these live streams sort of quite often. Maybe not weekly, maybe, you know, sort of as and when I've got interesting stuff to talk about. And I also said that I'd like to get people on here as well. It doesn't have to be people I know. If somebody's got a, you know, I don't know, some sort of project, a Land Rover project they're working on, or, you know, maybe you've written a book about cars or Land Rovers and you just want to come on and have a chat, you can come on, you can plug your website, you can plug your project, we'll have a bit of a laugh, a bit of a chat, and whatever. It doesn't have to be about Land Rovers, doesn't have to be about cars, as long as it's kind of remotely similar to the type of things that we do on the channel, then I'm cool with that. So this week I thought it'd be good to get Pink on. Now, those who've followed this channel from day one will know who Pink is because he was in the first few episodes. And Pink is the guy that I bought the car off back, God, it's going back a few years now because this project's been going a while. 3-4 years ago, I actually bought the car off him. And I used to work with him. And I knew that he had a Land Rover Defender because Pink is the only person I know who turns up to an interview in a Land Rover Defender covered in mud. And I remember meeting him once and he turned up in his Land Rover and he got out of it wearing his suit, stepping out of this car covered in mud. Oh mate, you know, and he came for the interview. But yeah, that was going back again. So anyway, welcome Steve. Oh, by the way, his name's Steve as well, but hang on, I'm just going to get that message off because Imogen's still on there. How do you do that? How do you get rid of it? There you go. So how's it going, Steve? Everything all right?
It's alright, you know.
Apart from the fact it's Sunday evening, we're all going back to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I think one of the reasons why I want to do this on the Sunday is because if I've been working on doing any of my projects over the weekend, and it gives me something to talk about. Um, so what I'm going to do first, then I'll give a quick update on what I've done this weekend to begin with, and then maybe we'll go on and talk to you a little bit, Steve, about the car.
Yep, that's good.
So, as is usual with me, I've set out to do 20 things this weekend, and I achieved one of them. Um, I was pretty hungover all day Saturday. I had a bit of a late night Friday night, watching videos, having a few drinks. I was up to about 3 in the morning, so I didn't do an awful lot on Saturday. Today, I wanted to get the bushes out the radius arms. I'll be putting up a video for that maybe sort of Tuesday because I haven't finished yet. I was sort of experimenting with several techniques. I've seen videos where people burn them out. I've seen videos where people have put the hacksaw blade in and then sort of cut through the inner bush and then press them out. And obviously the correct way of doing it is getting a press and pushing them out. So, I mean, I won't spoil the video, but I bought this sort of press set and I sort of managed to get them out. But once again, it was a 10-minute job that took 4 hours and I still didn't finish it. Managed to wrench my neck at the same time, so my neck's aching now. But yeah, so I'll finish that off and get the other video up. And that's about it. The other thing is my angle grinder finally died, which I mentioned last time. I was hoping it was going to cool down, it was going to work again, but it didn't. So I had to go out and buy another one. I'm not that bothered, to be honest. That mini angle grinder I've had 20 odd years, and I've used it a lot. So I went out, bought another Bosch one. So I'll be using that to carry on taking the rust off the rest of the bits. I've got paint, I've got primer, I've got sort of rust proofing and everything else, so I'm all ready to go. I've just got to get a bit more rust off and hopefully sort of do a bit of painting next weekend. I'm also avoiding having to spend any money at the moment because Christmas is coming up and I don't really want to be going, obviously the next thing I'm going to have to spend money on is a suspension kit, and yeah, I'll be talking about that in a minute with Steve, but it's yeah, I'm I'm just avoiding spending too much before Christmas comes up. Let's see what else I have to talk about. So I just want to go quickly over my other social channels as well, and I know I've sort of mentioned this a lot, but all right, where's the banners button? These are the 3 places you can get me mainly. I'm on TikTok now, like I mentioned before. Now, the reason I went on TikTok is because somebody told me that there's a lot of people actually on TikTok, and I thought, yeah, it's the type of place my young teenage son is going to be on, so I had no interest in it. But I tried it, and I had a bit of a look around. I thought, okay, maybe this will work with Life Fiend. So what I've done is I've gone back, and I've been making short 15-second videos from the beginning of the car project. And I've been putting them up on every sort of 2 days, and I think I'm just up to the stage now where I'm stripping down the rear tub, so they're still a little bit behind YouTube, and then the idea is people can carry on watching it on TikTok. If they want to come over to YouTube, then they're going to see the longer videos where I'm talking and everything else, and eventually they'll catch up, so TikTok will be in sync with YouTube, I guess. I've also got Instagram as well. I tend to just put like static photos on Instagram. If I see something, I'll just take a photo and slap it up on there. It's not necessarily to do with the Defender every time. Also, my TikTok videos go into Instagram. And that's it. So yeah, they are the 3 places to get hold of me. You should really subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is, where's the YouTube channel? Well, you're on it anyway, aren't you? So you know what it is. It's Life Fiend. The other thing we got, and the other thing I'm trying to press for as well, is this Primal Tribe group that we got on Facebook. Now, there's only there's a handful of members on at the moment, maybe 7, 8, or 9 of us, and I want it to be a Facebook group where we can go on and just chat about stuff. Not necessarily about Defender, just anything at all, anything that fits in with the theme of sort of Life Fiend. So if you can find that group, and I don't expect you to write that number down there, but maybe I'll put the link on in comments after the live stream. If you come and find it on Facebook, do a search and then request to join, and then I'll sort of let you in. I'm only doing that because I don't want, you know, wake up one day and there's 2,000 people from all over the world joined it, you know. So I'd like it to be people that know me through this channel. And that's it. So let me just have another quick look. I keep going to YouTube and then turn it off again because I'm seeing. So Steve, you in work tomorrow?
Well, yeah.
Oh well, work as in work from home, I guess now,
Exactly.
like a lot of us.
So I'm working.
Working. Oh, look who's in. Justin. So we know Justin. So Justin's a friend of ours. We used to work with him. Well, in fact, I worked with Justin when I met Steve years ago, and he's just finished his Defender project, I think. I seem to remember you stripped it down around about the time I started mine. Then I went on holiday for 2 years, and he's finished his off. So Justin, you'll have to come on stream one day, mate, and show us your car. Right, okay then, so what I want to do now then, the reason I want to do this stream tonight is because nobody really knows the history of this car, you know, they all they've seen is what's in the video and maybe, you know, me talking about it a little bit. So Steve owned this car before me, he owned it when I first met him, and it was a great car as well. So how come I ended up with your car, Steve?
Okay, so starting back in him. I guess the best to do. So my first car was a Ford Fiesta, and that was alright. And then wanted something a bit more like bigger, a bit more useful. So I was like, I want a Defender. Went and found one, bought it, and then I slowly built on it over like last I don't know 9 years before I had a little accident. And then
So did you spend quite a lot on it over the years then, presumably?
Oh god, yeah. I mean, I bought it as stock, like a brand new, but newish, and it was standard, and then everything else I did to it after that. So it ended up being something they used for off-road competitions, off-road trips. So I'd go away camping for like I don't know a week, doing off-road trails, green lanes in like Wales and Peter stuff like that. Plus,
It must have made your eyes water to see it lying there on its side like that then.
yeah, it's a bit annoying. Plus, it was also my daily drive to go to work.
Yeah. Well, that's how when I met you, you had it. So I remember you rocking up to work in it every day.
Yeah.
So how come you didn't get it repaired then? I mean, I mean, obviously, if you didn't have insurance, don't say that on a live stream. Although I don't think they're going to come up.
It off. So I was away at a show and camping. Went to the local supermarket. Came back. On the way back, rolled it, and that wrote it off. So the insurance company went to scrap it. I bought back the wreck, and then I had the intention to rebuild it, but it just never happened. Yeah, I can hear that too, Justin. Very annoying.
It could be just Justin, mind. Maybe he started drinking early. I don't know. Oh, he's gone. Justin, what have you done to him? You got rid of my first guest. Alright, he's back again. Hang on.
Is that better? No.
I don't know. I can't hear you. You sound fine to me.
I can hear it.
I'm happy. It's just Justin moaning. He's not writing anything. Maybe Justin's gone now as well. Right, so... Alright, so you got the insurance claim for it, and then you basically spent the money on something else.
Yeah, because I needed a car to get to work, everything else. So at that point, I just had to go and buy a normal car so I could carry on.
Yeah, I think I vaguely remember that actually. So then the car just sat in the back garden, and then 1 year turned into 2 years, turned into 3
basically,
years.
Basically.
So weren't you getting any grief to move it by your? Because I believe it was in your
It
your
was
parents'
my
home at the
garden,
time.
Garden. Yeah. No. They weren't really using the back garden, as you saw from the state of it.
I honestly, right? I mean, for those that haven't seen the first episode of me going to look at the Defender, I highly recommend you watch it. In fact, I've got quite a lot of footage from that first couple of days where me and Steve were trying to get it started. So I could even put like a much longer video up of what we were doing there, because we were there for hours. I mean, it was dark, wasn't it, by the time we left?
Yeah, well, it was a mission. It was a mission just get to the landing.
Yeah, we were getting
hack it out.
We were getting cut to pieces, weren't we? I remember the thorns were going. Yeah, they were going through my overalls and everything. And I know we were going underneath the car at one point to do something as well, and there was all glass underneath on the floor.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was
got rolled off the lorry, and then driven around the back there, not touched for God knows how long.
Yeah, I mean, what's interesting as well with that very first video, the amount of hate that we had on it is from, oh, what are you doing, revving the engine? You know, I mean, okay, we probably didn't let it warm up for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, but that we did actually cut the footage. It wasn't like. We had several attempts to get that thing started, and I'm sure it wasn't up to operating temperature, I admit, but it wasn't stone cold either, But no, I'm pretty sure that you didn't want. Well, but it just amazes me. That is the one video out of all of them where I get all the hate, and it's just so funny, It's like, did you think that maybe we cut a little bit out here and there, In fact, the first time we got it started, I didn't even have the camera on. I'd actually turned the camera off because I remember saying, "Oh God, I missed it," so we put it back on again. So.
Yeah, because I didn't have the keys. Sat there for God knows how long, hadn't it? So we had to hotwire it. And
that was the easy bit.
So we had to bust the steering lock off.
You say bust the steering lock, you had to get your angle grinder out, and you were there from it must have been half an hour trying to get that steering lock off. I can't remember now, but
yeah, basically hacked it off, didn't we?
Even though in the video it looks like we just rocked up and got the car started and drove it out again, it was a hard day, I mean, I think your arms must have been aching by the time you went to bed that night, and I was knackered. Didn't your mother bring us some cheese sandwiches for us or something like that?
Yeah.
I seem to remember having some sort of sandwich, but yeah, that was good, and I think maybe I will do another video with that, like a full version of it or something, just to show what
Best bit of that day though. Was
no,
the cooler.
No, don't. Well, sorry, nobody knows about that.
They do now.
But that was funny. So yeah, I took the cooler. I was carrying it away, and I turned it upside down, and it was completely filled with oil, which it shouldn't be. And it just went down my overalls, completely down the overalls, and it was freezing. It went through because I think I had like a t-shirt on or something underneath them like that, and it just went straight through, and I had this freezing cold oil all over my chest, down through my pants, into my groin, right? And I tried to wipe it all off, and I had to stay like that. I had to wash those overalls, and those overalls I've had for a long time. I got those when I was an engineer in the forces. Well, no, I didn't. Obviously, I didn't steal them. They're similar to the ones I had in the forces. That's right. And so yeah, I didn't want to ruin them, so I think I washed them 2-3 times. So yeah, that was good. But it's just one of those things when you do a video, you think, oh damn, I wish I had the camera on then,
Yeah. That would be YouTube gold right there.
Well, the other problem is I've noticed as well is making these videos is I'm out in the garden for maybe 2, 3, 4 hours doing stuff. That's a lot of footage to then go back into your house and sit through 2, 3, 4 hours of video footage, editing it, trying to combine it into a 15-minute, 30-minute video. So I'm sure there's tons of stuff that's actually happened that I just can't remember, or I can't find, or the camera was off at the time, or the it's I don't know how these professional YouTubers do it. Well, I guess they don't work, do they? That is, well, you know what I mean. That is their job, isn't it? I guess, but yeah, it's a shame I couldn't get more sort of footage up there, but So we've all seen the photo of I don't know how to bring it up. The photo of the car on the side. And who was that then standing in that photo? Do you remember?
Which photo is that?
I don't know how to see. I'm such a noob. I should be able to just click something here and we get a photo coming up. It's the one with the Land Rovers on its side after the crash.
In the road.
All you can see is a roof. There's just somebody stood there.
With a furry helm.
Yeah.
Yeah, his name's Ed.
Oh, right, okay. It's not Ed Spanner, is it? We've got an Ed Spanner in here tonight.
I don't think it'll be him. No. He was one of the guys on the show with me.
Right.
He was first because literally happened outside the show entrance. So he heard like a massive bang in there. As the Land Rover slid down the road, he was like first out there to see what the hell was going on.
Oh, right, okay. So how many of you were in there then?
In the Landy, there was two, me and someone in the front, and then four in the back. Because I was taking everyone down to the shop. So it was on its side. People in the back one have had a milkshake that went everywhere. Everyone's covered in milkshake. So then the guy above me, quite a large guy, he was being dangling above me with his seatbelt. Like, oh god. Didn't want him to follow me. Couldn't get out my door because the Landy's on the side.
Yeah.
On top of the door. He can get out his door because there's no way he could do that. Back door had a spare wheel carrier on it, so couldn't open that. So I was just like, right. Boom. Kicked out the front window. It was like something out of a movie.
I mean, what were the passengers like? Were they? They must have been a bit.
Milkshake.
Were they laughing about it or?
No. They were a bit shocked.
I've never been in a car that's done that. I've had a few bumps in cars, but never one that's rolled on its side like that.
Well, I reckon if it roof on it, it would have gone.
Well, yeah, because I saw that roof rack because we took it off because you wanted to keep the roof rack, didn't you?
Yeah.
And it was completely snapped. I think in one place, wasn't it?
Because when you took that Landy off, I did have another Land Rover. I've had three since then.
I remember the red one.
Yeah. So I was going to put that roof rack on that Landy. But I haven't got that Landy anymore.
So I mean, talking about Landy now makes you probably want to go out and get another Landy.
I'd go and get one tomorrow. I want to buy a house first.
Well, just don't get the house. Deb's won't know.
It's Deb wants. I want a house. I want a Landy. I can live in a house.
All right. So, what can you remember? A couple of things that you've done to the car, sort of modifications that you did to it. I know it's going back a bit, but
starting at the bottom, big tyres. They're quite narrow ones, but they're really tall. And they were on there, so they had more clearance of the axle. Because the lowest point between the Landy is the axle and the diff. So the only thing you get more clearance of that is putting bigger tyres on. So these are the biggest mud trains that what they call BF Goodrich do. Can't remember the size too long ago. So they went on. They wanted to keep it quite stock looking. They didn't want it to be like a challenge vehicle because that's working every day. So having like toolboxes on the back, tray back, and a roll cage just didn't look right. So it needs to look reasonably stock, but it's used in competitions and stuff like that quite a lot. Then I did lots of suspension. A bigger intercooler, straight for exhaust, lots of stuff inside, spotlights, roof rack, checker plate on everything. I had a lot of little dings and crashes on it.
Yeah, it's quite funny when I was stripping it down. I was just getting used to angle grinding bolts off, because they were so rusted, and all of a sudden I'd come across a stainless steel one. It was like, whoa! It's just undo it just like that,
Yeah.
So that was quite good.
So that must be something I've replaced or touched.
Yeah, I guess.
I got it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, one of the things I want to do when I rebuild it is I want to make sure I've got, sort of copper slip on all the threads and stainless steel. I actually bought this stainless steel nut and bolt pack the other day, and it was about 80 or 90 quid, I think. It's not for the whole car. I've not really looked at it that much, but I don't know how I'm going to do it, because I mean, I've literally destroyed every nut and bolt I've taken off, and even the ones that I haven't destroyed, I'm probably not going to put back on there anyway. So unless I just go out and spend a couple of £100 on a selection of stainless steel bolts.
Go down Screwfix, get a couple of boxes of M6, MA, and 10 bolts.
Yeah, I think I'll be best. Apart from the sort of areas where I need a particular sort of where there's like stress or load or something like that, I guess. One of the things that's causing me a problem at the moment is those flipping A-frame link arms. Oh, they're a nightmare, absolute nightmare.
You put it a bit easier minded though, as yours doesn't have a body, anything in the way right now.
Yeah, and the other thing is I should have taken them off when it was on the chassis as well, but I at the time the chassis was coming the following day or something, and I had to strip the previous chassis and angle grind it before the new one arrived, because I couldn't leave a galvanised chassis in my front garden, so it was all.
Yeah, because that chassis was pretty beat up, weren't it?
Yeah. I mean, I was putting my finger through it in some places, but then it was what do you expect?
I almost cut it in half one time, where the prop snapped, just ripped up the inside, two rails of chassis.
Yeah.
Lots of
yeah, I'm looking forward. I am looking forward to getting it back now. I need to have a think about the. Well, I'm going to go with the same sort of suspension setup that you had. I know some people say, oh well, just keep it standard and things like that, but I don't know. I'm probably going to. Yeah, I want to do quite a few things to this car now. I'm not going to keep it standard. I'm not going to spend too much on it, but I'm guessing the suspension. I had a quick look the other day at Oman Emu setup, like the setup that you had, which was I think was like you dropped it and you had the extra 3 inches as well, didn't you?
Yeah. So I raised the suspension up, then lowered the mounts. So it rode about the same, a little bit higher. But it also let the wheels travel lower down, more axle drop.
Yeah, so I've seen those mounts in Glyn Lewis that you showed me. I can't find the other ones. I must have. I doubt they would have corroded. I must have just left them on the suspension when I chucked it away, on the chassis when I threw it away. I don't know. They're only about 60 quid, 80 quid anyway. So I'll buy a load of those. I'll go for the same. Basically, I'm going to go for the same setup that you had.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people say leave it stock, which is great, and that will get you like 99% of places. But then if you go a little bit beyond stock, you get to like 96, 97. And if you do what I did, that lets you get the places where you just drive around, you'll be fine. But if you have to go through the middle of the big swampy hole, then that's what you need.
Yeah, and I think the car has changed for me as well, because when I first got this, it was just. I mean, I'd never been into Land Rovers, never been into 4x4s at all. I'm kind of into cars, and I'm into motorbikes, as you know, so I've always been tinkering with motorbikes. So when I got the Defender, I mean, okay, I've got an engineering background from my Forces days, but I didn't know anything about Land Rovers or Defenders. And I was just gonna, but I was gonna spend the bare minimum on it just to get it back on the road. I think me and you were talking back then, and we were saying, God, I could have it done in a few weekends. But I think I want to do something more to it now. I want to build it up a little bit more, I am hoping it's going to be more. I may even not take it on the road. It may be just some sort of bug-out vehicle type project, MOTs are getting harder and harder every year. By the time I finish this, there won't be any petrol or diesel engines left anyway. So yeah, I'm going to have a bit of fun with it. I'm not going to rush into it. I'm not going to just go and buy all the basic bits and everything. And a couple more people joining. Hello, how's it going?
Have you watched Monkey with Spanish videos? He's a YouTuber.
I have. I'm a subscriber of his.
Nice. I'd recommend subscribe to him. He's quite
oh,
good.
Is that your plan? I see you're plugging your mates now. No, seriously, anyone wants to come on here, talk about their own channel or anything like that, I'm more than happy. With this software as well, we can get up to 10 people on at the same time. So maybe one night, maybe like, I don't know, Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or something, or when none of us are going out very far at the moment, are we? So maybe we could have a bit of a chat on here. Come on, 8, 9 o'clock, have a few beers, have a bit of a laugh. Hello, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Bashar? Pakistan. What time is it out there? It's got to be quite late, I would have thought. But yeah, we should do that. We should definitely all come on here and have a bit of a laugh sometime. Because what you can do is you can put the link in the chat, and then anyone can sort of click on it and come in. The only risk with that is you don't know what people come on. You might get a troll coming on, but you can you can kick them out straight away, so it's not a problem.
Trolls are fun. We should get more trolls.
I get plenty of trolls in my comments on my channel, I can tell you. So, right, what else was I going to talk about then before we start talking about anything else? So, I guess you don't know, but was there anything that you wanted to do to the car but you didn't get round to doing? Yes, or if you had it again, if you had it again, is there something you do to it that's...
that card, I did a lot of stupid things in a very long time. I was just getting tired. So I would have probably, it had two engines in the time I had it. Gearbox was changed once. Transfer box was getting worn out. There was just continual maintenance it needed. And then the whole fact that I did a lot of stupid stuff with it. Drove to a competition, did a competition, then drove it home, then drove it to work the next day. So it got a lot of abuse. So it just been things like, making it nice to drive, because it was horrific.
I think something we've spoken about over the years that I've known you is ideally you need two cars really. Even if they're both Land Rovers, you kind of need two Land Rovers. You need swappable. Well, more that you've got one to go to work with. You got one to go to work in every day, and then you've got the other one that you can piss about with over the weekend and smash up. Because the thing is, if you go out on the weekend and damage your car, you can't get into work on Monday, can you? So you do need two.
Times.
Yeah. So ideally you need two, but maybe I'll buy a second one, but I need to finish this one first. But and they're getting expensive as well. I was chatting to somebody the other day, and he's looking to buy a cheap sort of off-road or 4x4 type car. And the guy he was buying it off, the guy was saying, yeah, you used to be able to pick these things up for £800, £500, and you could drive them for a year. He said now you're looking at a couple of grand, So the price on these sorts of cars are going up now, and I don't know whether it's because people just don't like the modern car and they want this sort of older sort of car that they can fix themselves. I was talking about this last stream, when I was when I first learned to drive, I spent half my life in the garden working on anything to do with the car. I mean, literally anything, changing anything that broke on it, I go and fix it in the garden. Yeah, my car that I've got outside there now, I've probably opened the bonnet once since I've had it, and that's just to put screen wash in it. The cars are boring and they're dull now. I've got no interest in them whatsoever, and they all look the same as well. They're all, I don't know, maybe I'm getting a bit old. I remember the old days with the good old cars, but I still...
Land is cool.
Yeah.
So customizable. Bolt-on parts, don't need computer to work it.
Yeah, and you've only got to look at the price on it. If I wanted to change an injector on that now, I could just go online, pick one up. I can't remember how much they are, but they're a fraction of the price that you'd spend on a Mondeo or any other modern car. It's because they're a finite number. Yeah, I guess. Well, I suppose that's right. But I've had a lot of people on TikTok, in fact, when I'm on there now, and people come on and say, "Oh, look, I really want to get a Defender or Defender type car." So many people come on there and say, "Where did you get it? I want to get one." And I don't know. I mean, Steve, I mean, we were looking years ago on. We found plenty on eBay, didn't we, for sort of a grand, grand and a half, 2 grand, you know, years ago.
Recently.
But I bet they're definitely going up now.
They're not made anymore. Everyone wants them. They're old. You know.
Well, you can still buy a Defender.
Can you?
I don't know. Well, what's the latest Defender? How much? Didn't they bring out the new model or something?
I don't think that's out yet, is it?
I don't know.
It's probably a plastic one, so I'm not that interested.
Yeah, it's probably got more computer power than my laptop has here, you know. It's I got big issues about computers and cars. Hey, he's gone again. Justin, have you upset him again? Justin, stop upsetting Pink. I'll have to invite another guest on in a minute, see if he keeps doing this. He's back!
No idea what happened there. It just stopped.
Glitch in the Matrix.
Yep.
Oh, hang on. Here we go. Question for you, Steve.
Yeah. It was called the Landy.
While you can you last this story out a bit longer? Because I'm just going to go and get another quick beer. So.
I'm not the sort of person that has nicknames for cars. They're tools, and they do a job. Like get me somewhere, get me home. There are no nicknames. So, any more questions while Pete's out? Now's your chance. I know the old Land Rover Heritage Manager. They rebuilt the Series 1 for stupid money. Yeah, Series 1's very insane. It's just like a normal 90, aren't they? Like a 300 TDI or something.
So we've got to ask the obvious question now then. Justin, did you have a nickname for your Landy? He's going to come back with something like Pauline, isn't he, or something? Or
Justine. So the people that don't know, I know Adam as well. I've worked with him a few times. He's the one that came with my nickname Pink.
So did that? See if that worked all right. So that is Monkey with the Spanner's channel. I was hoping that'd be a link there. Oh, I'm such a noob, aren't I? Anyway, go on to YouTube, look up Monkey with a Spanner, and you'll find his channel. There's loads of videos on there where he's refurbishing his Series 3, I think, wasn't it? So, Justin, how much money have you spent? Quite a bit of money on it then. We're going to have to get you on the show sometime, Justin, so we can talk about your car. I'm sure you've got a few stories to tell him.
Yeah, I went over to see Adam and his Landy. That's Monkey with a Spanner. And I might be in some videos at some point.
So you say you're going to be in one of his videos? No, I can't mention what I was going to mention. What?
I'm a celebrity, don't you?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't going to mention that. I was going to mention the other videos that you've been in with him recently. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention those on here or not, or whether it's a secret.
I don't mind. Ask Adam.
Well, I won't mention it. All I'll say is that you were a little elf in there, weren't you?
I was not an elf in there. I am in none of the videos.
You were referred to as a little elf in the video, definitely.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll say no more. If you want to, All right. Well, let's give a little. So hang on then. So let me just give a little.
trying to bring up on screen now?
I'm trying to type without my glasses on.
Oh.
My eyes are definitely getting worse. I wear reading glasses, but
Why don't you just put them on?
because I don't like to wear them all the time. I try to keep it wearing them when I'm reading and things like that.
Are you not trying to read now?
Oh my God! Somebody's got your .com.
Oh yeah. We just .co.uk.
How rude!
I mean, we're not that rich to get .com domain.
Right, so Adam, who is Monkey with a Spanner, in his spare time, he is the original Santa Claus. Yes, he is the one that comes down your chimney every year and scares the shit out of your kids and gives them presents. And because of this nasty virus this year, Santa's gone all virtual. And now Santa, rather than coming down your chimney, because he'll get his mask snagged on the brickwork and everything, they've actually got you can do a virtual Santa. So you can book online, you can pay, can't remember what it was now, but you can pay and have your child have a big chat with Santa.
It's not
For
just
10
for kids.
for 10 minutes.
Come out as well.
Yeah, I mean, what I would suggest is go to that website there and take a look, because I must admit, when I went there, because I know obviously Steve worked on a website, and when I went to the website, I was expecting to cringe a little bit, shall we say, when I heard that you'd been preparing a Santa Claus sort of website. And I went on there, and I've got to say, I was really impressed with the video footage on there. I mean, really impressed. It was very good, you know.
That's what Adam does.
Yeah. I know. And I even, I showed the person I work with. I showed my kids as well. They've seen the videos. My missus has seen the video. So I think it's very, very good, great idea. And I think it's maybe a topic for another conversation, another time. But if businesses don't adapt now, with what's going on, they're going to die. If people don't start changing the way they work in, they're just going to die out. I mean, I don't want to get all political on here, but clearly small businesses are getting screwed over massively at the moment, whilst Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and all the big corporations but anyway, so I think small businesses, and even something like doing that, doing Santa, you can't do anymore because you're not allowed to. It's so to come up with an idea like that, I thought was great.
All the events are being cancelled. So all the people, because for the people who don't know, I also do events in my spare time. So I travel around the country, put on silly clothes, and do things for the public. All those shows are cancelled. Luckily, I've got a job, so I can just carry on. But other people, that is their job. They're screwed.
I see it everywhere. I work on an industrial estate, and there's lots of small little offices next to me, and with small little businesses, and these people just aren't going into work every day, and it's so sad to see. It's really sad, And I think people are just living on furlough at the moment. But once that furlough's over, that's it. They're going to close the doors and never open up again, So anyway, let's not get too depressed about the whole thing, but. Right, so anyway, so I'm hoping that Santa's going to come on here at some point. Maybe I can get him on next Sunday or something, or the Sunday after. Maybe a guest appearance. Actually, I could draw in a few more crowd, couldn't I? Let me see what my questions are then. So I think that's pretty much all I've got to talk about, to be honest. We've been going 44 minutes, believe it or not. I'm only on my second beer. Yeah, I mean, it's I really feel for these people. I've got sort of friends that there's one guy I know. He works in the event industry, and I don't think he's doing anything, nothing at all. It's so sad to see, and it's so sad to see when other people just don't seem to care about it. It's you know, like I said, well, the next person that comes up to me and says, "We're doing it for your safety," is going to get a smack in the mouth. But anyway, let's not get onto that conversation. Everyone knows me, knows my opinion on the whole. Anyway, right. So yeah. So what I want to do with the channel, and I keep mentioning this, is I want to. It doesn't have. I don't want it to be like a Land Rover, but it has to be sort of not a men's channel, because obviously I don't mind women coming here at all. But it's about fixing cars, motorbikes, shooting, archery, martial arts. I've got a very big interest in sort of self-defense and martial arts, hiking, prepping,
doing
anything. Just doing stuff. We're losing all our skills. All the stuff that's made our great is just gone. It's people don't know how to read a map anymore. People don't know how to light a fire. People don't know how to grow food in their back garden, and I think me and you, Steve, we've talked about this for years. It's just things that we go out of our way to practice because we just want to keep up with these skills. And there's no point sitting on YouTube all day watching these YouTube videos either. You need to actually go out and do these things. As me and Steve found out when we went camping the other day. So we went camping, and I hadn't been camping in many years because I've got kids, and it's only now I'm sort of starting to go out again a little bit more. And you realise, you think you can still, map read like you used to, and you pick up your map and you're like, shit.
Turn left out the camp.
I did.
Right.
So but I make a conscious effort to stay interested in all these things. I mean, yes, I'm a prepper, but it's not just about being a prepper. I have an interest in the outdoors. I have an interest in self-preservation, and I have an interest in self-defense, and I think we all should. I think too many people now are just relying on this the government keeping us safe for a start, and keeping us in our nice little bubble wrap bag. Don't worry, the government will look after you. Well, sometimes they won't, and when they don't, you're on your own. So anyway, maybe, and so I want to do, other sort of live streams about things like that, and maybe get some other people on as well.
You've got another question about wheel dollies.
Yeah, so I did a video on the whole wheel dollies. They were good, weren't they? I can't remember because they've been under the chassis for 2 years now, and I haven't touched them since. But I do have a video about how they were. Yeah, I mean, they were very good. They were. I think I bought them from what's that company called? SGS, which I buy most of my stuff from. I got my engine crane from that. So yeah, I bought 4 of them. They're really good. They're underneath now. That you can actually they're new. You can sort of pump them up and things like that. The only thing I was concerned about was whether you can sort of adjust the width of them to go under the wheels, and I was wondering whether they'd actually get under these landy wheels because they're so big. But I will certainly try and see what happens. Yeah, they're pretty good, aren't they, Justin? Dollies. They're definitely dollies. I've heard them could be called a few things actually. So. Oh, I can pray. I can dream of the day I get a rolling chassis. It's not going to happen before Christmas because I mean I'll probably buy the suspension before Christmas. Having said that, I mean I have a week or two off for Christmas, so I might get a lot done then. But yeah, we'll see. I mean my next problem is going to be my garage, of course, because once I've got the wheels on there, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get the car out of the garage, so I'm going to have to put some thought into that. Interesting. Anyway, that's thought for the future. So. I'm pretty much done with questions. I don't know if anyone's got anything else. We've been going 50 minutes anyway, so it's quite a long time. Yeah, that's something I need to buy. In fact, that's the thing with this Land Rover. Every time I go and work in it, I've got to go and buy something. I've complained about this in previous videos, but I had,
Next step of tools, isn't it?
I had a fantastic tool set before I even started on a Land Rover, but you know, the spanners aren't big enough, the sockets aren't big enough, you know, it's like, oh god, I've got like duplicate everything in gigantic, ginormous size, you know, it's so I think I'm going to come to the end. If anyone who hasn't registered, go to lifefiend.com as well. So you just, all you do, give me your email address. I'm not going to spam you with loads of shit. Just go to Lifefiend, stick your email address on there. I'll keep you updated about anything that's going on. I might send the occasional email about some product for sale, maybe, because I might get 5 pence if somebody clicks on that link and buys it. And yeah, so I'll probably do another one of these next Sunday, I think, providing I can, maybe somebody want to come on next Sunday. Triple time on money. Yeah, it's definitely triple time. Money I kind of knew anyway, but it's the time is the big thing for me, because you think, oh, I'll just go out and take those breaks off, and then 13 days later you're still struggling with it, aren't you? You know, it's
That's the good thing about old cars, isn't it?
West Yorkshire. So I am down in Peterborough, just outside Peterborough, and yeah, so I was up. Where was I last? I was up Stamford Bridge a couple of weeks ago for a party. No, obviously I wasn't up Stamford Bridge for a party during lockdown. I would never do that. It must have been before lockdown. Anyway, but yeah, I was up there a while back. Somebody else asked me earlier on where I was as well. So I think the chap from Pakistan said, where were we? So yeah, we're all, I think myself and Steve, we're both near Peterborough, kind of central England. Good for new swear words. Yes, definitely. No, yeah, I've hurt myself. I tell you what hurts me more than anything with that Land Rover, bar nothing, and I don't know what it's called. It's on the side of the chassis. There's a tube sticking out with a vertical piece. I have hit my shin on that loads of times, and it always cuts my leg. It goes through my jeans. And it cuts my leg every time, and it brings tears to my eye. In fact, so much I was even going to go and put like a bit of foam over it or something, and put some tape around it. So I started banging my. Oh, and that's the thing, bumped my head. The amount of times I bumped my head on that car as well. But anyway, all right then. So, like I say, if you haven't subscribed to all these things, go and subscribe now. If you haven't done TikTok before, join TikTok. It's a laugh. It's not as bad. Once you get over the cringy watching. Be careful what I say here, but watching people dancing, shall we say, and you start looking for the channels that you're interested in, like Land Rover or prepping or things like that. It's not too bad, you know, and then you'll only get to see the video, because TikTok shows you the videos that it thinks you want to see. So when you first go on there, you'll see a 16-year-old girl doing some weird dance, you know, and it's like, whoa, scroll to the next one, a 17-year-old girl, scroll to the next one, Land Rover. Actually, you probably have to scroll to about 400 before you get to a Land Rover. But then once you start watching those videos, then they get advertised in your feed after that. All right, Justin, stop showing off. Come on. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I did go to kick it once. See, I should have got a 110. I wouldn't have had that problem, would I?
Yeah, but I didn't have a 110 to roll down the road, sit in my garden to give to you 9 years later.
No, true. You've got to get Anyway, so right, we're coming to the end of this. Otherwise, we're just going to carry on waffling on, and I want to go and sit down and watch telly, put the kids to bed, and drink copious amounts of alcohol. So, as we're just leaving, I've just got one thing to ask Steve. If there was an emergency right now,
right,
and you had to leave your house or your work, what would be, and now this is emergency, so this is like maybe nuclear war, chemical leak, something bad will happen. Something bad is going to happen where you've got to get out your house and you probably can't get back to your house, okay?
Right.
Not including the kids and your missus.
Mm-hmm.
What are the 5 things that you would grab and take with you?
Have I got somewhere to go? Or am I just going?
Well, I'll let you have your car keys.
Right.
So you've got your car, right? So you don't have to say your car keys as one. You don't have to say your mobile phone and your glasses and your wallet.
What's on me?
They don't. Anything that's normal we can forget, right? But something above and beyond that, what would you got? And it has to be something that's there as well. You can't just make this up. You can't just say, well, I've got an AR-15 assault rifle on the wall. I'd grab that. It has to be something that you've got there in your, let's say in your home. So it has to be in your home, something you know where it is right now that you would grab. And let's just say you've got, the kids are gone, the wife's gone, they're all safe, the car's outside, engine's running. You've got like 5 minutes to get this stuff. It's got to be stuff that you can just grab.
Okay. Probably grab my camping bag. So I've got water, shelter, stuff. That's all in the car then. Does that count as one? Yeah, I'll count that as one.
If you were, if you were sensible enough to keep a load of stuff in a, whatever you want to call it, camping bag, bug up bag, then take it.
I've got camping stuff all behind me.
Oh, there it is, on his bed as well, just in case. I mean, I sleep with my camping stuff. I polish my bug out bag every night. All right, so that's your bug out bag then. So
grab some food. It's not really a bug out bag. It's a camping bag. It's a camping bag.
Bug out bag. Yes, absolutely. I don't like the term bug out bag. Food bag.
Water. Maybe my laptop.
You've cheated because you've got a bag already with everything in it, haven't you?
I can't have your questions, crap.
It's crap for you, but when I get some person on here that, when Justin comes on next Sunday, our thing is now I've given it away now. He's going to be preparing all week his answer, isn't he? So.
Adam's one cup of tea, cyanide. I don't need cyanide. That's fine.
So presumably, I mean, with my bag, I've got a brew kit in there anyway.
Yeah.
I've got UHT milk in there, tea bags. I've got a stove in there, and I've got like, I do have bug out bags, but I've got camping bags that I use all the time as well, and I've got a day bag that I use. So I got so many bags here, right? My arms, and they're all in the same place. My arms will be falling off as I'm carrying them all out the door, and let's not even start on the weapons. Anyway, I'm not answering the questions.
Why I don't bug out bag. Because if it's something you just for bugging now, it's not that useful. Like if I'm going out for the day, I'll take my bag. It's like my day
I
bag.
feel we could do a whole episode about this, couldn't we?
We could. We've had a lot.
Let's do it.
We've had a lot of talks about this as well, haven't we?
Yes. Let's set up a chat about this. So, because I know a lot of people out there are not cyanide. Very handy, I suppose.
Go down to comments. You like this stuff.
50 rolls of toilet paper.
Down again.
Oh, is that crap that you drink?
Yes.
Actually, this one is quite interesting because I've bought, after watching one of the. I don't follow many preppers online. I follow like 2 because I don't like them. But there's one I follow on there, and they've got these little tablets, toilet paper. And they're literally about the size. They're a bit bigger than a paracetamol, maybe twice the size of a sort of headache tablet. And you drop them in water, and then they turn into toilet paper. But it's moist. Let's not get into that conversation. But it's the thing is, you can carry these tiny little tablets of toilet paper in your bag, really, and you can have them in an emergency set as well. So it's very handy, very handy. So where do we get to, Steve? So you got your bag, you got your food, bag,
some
food, water.
Maybe my laptop.
I think yeah. Obviously, we can't talk about weapons on this channel, but You're going to tell me you've got like a big
I've got
axe
a couple of weapons.
by your side at all times.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for the fact we're on YouTube now, we'd probably get a channel taken down. I could probably grab. No, anyway, let's not. Let's not get into that. That's another episode. We need to have an episode about weapons and self-defense and stuff like that. I got a lot of ideas, a lot of things to talk about self-defense as well. So I think we should do that definitely. Yes, but I was talking about using toilet paper that's moist. It's something I've never really had the pleasure of pleasure? Maybe that's not the right terminology, but the thought of using moist toilet paper just doesn't... I don't know, there's just something about it that's, you know... Right, okay, so... Are you alright, Steve? Anything else you want to mention? Or, I mean, have you got a new book out you want to plug, or a new website?
I mean, that is tradition what happens at this point, isn't it?
Maybe if you can go away and...
Santa-time.co.uk. That's the only thing I want to plug right now. Get to see Adam with a spanner.
Yeah, well, I've plugged all that. Come on.
Well, I'm unplugged.
Hang on then, I'll do this properly. Santa-time.co.uk. Ah, look at that. Now, see, if I was even professionaler, I could have the website in the background as well. So, or we can share screen and we could go to it. I'm not going to share screen right now because I don't know what other screens I've got open, and you know, just yeah. Not that there's anything bad, but you never know, do you? Could be my dirty washing list or something. But right, I feel like I'm waffling a little bit now, so I'm going to say goodbye. Cheers for coming on, Steve. You're going to have to come on again. I'm hoping other people are going to come on, so even if we can just talk bollocks for half an hour, 45 minutes, you know.
Yeah, I'll work for that.
And it doesn't have to be just, you know, you can come on again, you know. It's I think 8:30 works for me on a Sunday. Kind of a beer as well.
Yeah.
So, right, anyway, I'm going to go now and have another beer. Thanks for everybody coming. Thanks for all the people that are going to be watching it over the next few days. And I wonder what happens if I click that big red button